Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being, while movement and methodical physical exercise save it and preserve it. A new study has revealed that there is an alarmingly high prevalence of insufficient physical activity among Filipino children and adolescents, with only 15.4% meeting the global physical activity recommendation. This is according to the Youth Physical Activity Report released by the Active Healthy Kids Global Alliance. In the Philippines, public health methods to decrease sedentary behaviors and raise physical activity levels at all ages have been established. This continuously being refined in light of the mounting data relating excessive sedentary habits and unfavorable health consequences. Focus to this, COVID-19 pandemic brings uproar with our education system. Students in school were one of the most affected. Like other countries, our government have adopted restrictive measures such as quarantine, social distancing, the suspension of any social event, and the closure of schools, universities, gyms, sports centers, swimming pools, and public places. All of this restriction can reduce public access to physical activity. Physical activity has significant health benefits for the body, heart, and mind. It contributes to preventing and managing non-communicable diseases, such as the cardiovascular disease, cancers, and diabetes. Through our Project Spears, sports, physical education, and active recreation for students campaign, the change we want to achieve will all start with the youth of schools and their outside environment. A chance for learners to engage with physical activities in achieving a holistic and sound body. Let us hear at the station an inspiring story to the importance of health-related fitness of students and inclusion of a well-balanced exercise program in schools with our innovation.
Several reasons why some students don't want to participate in any recreational and physical activities. 1. Don't want to exercise. Sometimes they might have trouble executing basic skills. They lead to a loss of interest or a feeling that they're not good enough. 2. Afraid of failing. It is common reasons why they don't want to participate because of too much pressure to perform and they are afraid to fail. 3. Concern what others may think of them. Feeling anxious and intimidated. They are worried about others may think of them. It is important to us teachers that we may encourage our students to participate in any physical activities. Often they are hidden reasons why they don't want to join. As a teachers, it is important to find out why and make an effort to encourage them to participate so they can enjoy the many benefits they can. Do you work out? Do you participate in any physical and recreational activities? Or are you someone who just knows you should be working out and you really just don't do it? You had a lot of reasons, excuses in your head as why you don't want to participate in any physical activities. We conducted a culminating activities in wellness in our school. I remember, habang kami ay nagpa-practice, meron ako isang estudyante na hindi siya gumagalaw habang kami ay nagpa-practice. Nakatayo lang siya. So, nilapitan ko siya, then ask him, bakit hindi ka nagsasayaw? Hinitian niya lang ako. Then, sometimes, nakikita ko siya, nakaupo lang siya. Sabi ko, anak, participate ka? Bakit hindi ka nagpa-participate? Then, he told me, Ma'am, hindi po ako marunong sumayaw. Matigas po ang katawan ko. Sige lang anak, ang sabi ko. Participate ka lang, practice ka lang. Then sumunod na araw, nakita ko siya, medyo gumagalaw-galaw na siya. Then, nag-asa ko sa isang classmate niya kung pwede niyang pagtsagaan na turuan. So, practice lang siya ng practice, tinry niya ng tinry, na-discover ko na marunong pala siyang at magaling siyang sumayaw.
What is Project Spears, you may ask? The SPARE stands for Sport, Physical Education, and Active Recreation for Students. This campaign aims to educate adolescents and young adults about the importance of participating in various sports and active recreation as well as to promote wellness in their math classes. Its goal is to design a curriculum or lesson for students that includes sports, physical education, and active recreation to determine the level of physical activity in 2 weeks, and to develop a holistic health through physical activities. This innovation will be integrated into curriculum mapping, which would determine the best approach that a teacher can use to elaborate on the importance of physical wellness and its long-term benefits. This innovation will also be visible in the teacher's discussion. The teacher will first pose some reflective and real-life questions to the students, prompting them to consider personal responses. Teacher can use self-reflection to look back on their teaching strategies and discover how and why they were teaching in a certain way, as well as on how their student responded. Aside from the aforementioned steps, the teacher will promote an exercise routine every week, either during physical education class or after morning assembly, which will be proposed to upper management.
Imagine a future generation that is free from sickness and disease, has no unnecessary anxiety, is self-confident, has healthy organs and organ system, and is free from social and mental stress. That is our overreaching goal. Is it simple? Essentially no. However, with a proper proposal, we can say that this will be accomplished gradually. Let us learn from Milieli Giliano's words. Taking care of your mental and physical health is just as important as any career move or responsibility. This responsibility should be inculcated in youth for both at home and at the school. So what are you waiting for? It's time to move. Obesity and illness are caused by lack of physical activity. According to the Department of Health, the Philippines is ranked second among inactive countries in physical activities. Students of various levels have become agitated with computers in the last 2 years, putting aside their health and physical well-being. According to the World Health Organization, this ignorance has caused many adolescents to suffer from diseases that have an increasing burden of morbidity and mortality as a result of non-communicable diseases. These alarming and obnoxious news led the group to formulate an innovative proposal entitled Project Spears, Sports, Physical Education, and Active Recreation for Students campaign.
We are all managing the additional stress related to the growth of COVID-19 pandemic and its potential to threaten the health of ourselves, our families, and our community. Please consider physical education and exercise as a strategy to maintain health during this stressful period. Although many things feel beyond our control right now, we do have the ability to be creative and to build physical activity and exercises to each of our days. We may even look back on these difficult times as the turning point, when we learn new ways and build emotional resilience and our physical health. Let's go for sports, physical education, active recreation for students, and continue being physically active and engagement to recreational activities.